Good evening. This is the Apostle William Buckner coming to you from the Livingstone Tabernacle Apostolic Faith Incorporated. Praying that you had a blessed day today, that you told God thank you when He woke you up this morning. He allowed you to be out these hours and brought you back home this evening, and you find that your family and everybody was doing well or fine. Thank God there was no accidents. Nobody that was called really was sick. You had to go to the hospital for a very bad emergency, or it could have been death. You ought to thank God that you are yet on top of the ground and that you are not under the ground. It is a blessing to live, to know, and to be all that God said you can be. Like they say, Uncle Sam pointing his fingers, be all you can be. Well, in God's army, you can be all you can be. But one thing about God's army, He fights the battles and the wars. All you have to do is keep the faith, believe, and trust that everything He said is going to accomplish that what it has went and pleased to do, and it will be fine with God. When everything is over, He got you yet standing. Oh, what a mighty God we serve. Who will want to serve a God like this? In these days and time, the days are evil. Men loving men, women loving women. Now you got the young teenagers, when they go out to college and they see all these stuff, never had a desire for another woman. Now you got the desire for a woman, or a boy for a man. Or you got these women out here that's raping these 14 and 16 and 17-year-old boys. That's not but sin. Sin don't care who it uses. Sin don't care. All sin want to do is use you up. And when you're dead, sin go on to somebody else. Or sin is already on to somebody else. I'll say it and I'll say it again. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, aren't you tired of paying sin's bills? When are you going to start receiving the checks of sin? Didn't Jesus tell you when He was on the cross? He paid the price. And when He came into our life, He changed us. So what you and I must do, we must keep the change. Don't change from where you were. Be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. We come to bring you this good news today that you can use, that you can tell somebody else. I know some stuff that'll bring you out of what you're in right now. I know where you can get healed, delivered, and set free. I know where there's a gift that comes straight from heaven. That is the gift of the Holy Ghost. And you can have it. All you have to do is just ask. Ask, and it shall be given. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and the door shall be open. Everyone that asks will receive it. Everyone that knocketh, the door will be open. And everyone that heareth, you will hear what God hath to say to you as concerning the church. In your hearing, we go read the 18th chapter of St. Matthew's, beginning at the 18th verse. Again, that is St. Matthew, the 18th chapter, and the 18th verse. Verily I say unto you, whosoever shall bind on earth shall be bound in heaven, and whosoever ye shall loose on earth shall be loose in heaven. Again I say unto you, that if two of you shall agree on earth as touching anything that shall ask, it shall be done for them of my Father which is in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of him. Jesus was telling the disciples, I want you to listen at me clearly. Whatever you bound, B-I-N-D, bound on earth, shall be B-O-U-N-D, bound in heaven. If you bound a dog to a tree, he'll bark. He may walk so many feet or so many inches, but that dog knows he can't go but so far. Why? Because he is bound. But if you take that dog and put it in a hole, that dog knows that he is bound in that hole and he can't come out. So when you pray and you ask God to loose people, you got to be specific. What are they being loose from? See, if Jesus had to say, Lazarus, if Jesus had to say, dead, I command you arise, everybody would have got up out the grave. But Jesus was specific. He said, Lazarus, come forth. And only Lazarus came, not everybody else. So when we pray, when you send your comments and ask for prayer, be specific and let me know and my wife, what do you want us to pray you out of? To get out of it, not to be entangled with it no more. And let me tell you, when God gets you out something, if you go back in Egypt, that's your fault. It's going to be worse than when you came out of it. Use your common sense. Women, you are not a punching bag. Don't let that man knock you upside the head and give you black eyes, knots on your head, your arm hurting, your back hurting, you got a sprained ankle, got a sprained leg, your leg broke. You don't have to live like that. You don't have to live with a man like that. You out there working 8 and 10 hours and you come home, he on the couch looking at television. Dishes in the sink. Clothes need to be washed. Bed wasn't made. And then he got the nerve to ask you what you gonna fix for dinner. Ladies, you do not have to live like that. God has somebody for you that's gonna help you. You are not a punching bag. You are not a maid. You are not a chef. You are not a butler. You are not a person go out there and get the groceries. Get yourself free and stay free. Oh yes, he gonna keep calling you. Why? Because he can't get those free meals no more. Like I tell my children sometimes, you just in this house, just sucking up all this good air conditioning. And that's how these nasty, no good men, they're sucking up all that good air conditioner in the wintertime and in the summertime and in the wintertime. They just sucking up all that good heat. You don't have to live like that. God give you common sense, use it. Don't let nobody abuse your daughter. Your daughter is waiting on her mate for she to get married. Marriage is honorable, but the bed is undefiled. Wait until you get married to have sex. Wait. Man, what must I do? Talk to somebody, talk to another woman. Boy, talk to a man, and they can tell you what to do. But when you are bound in something, God can bring you out of it. But don't you go back into it. Stay out of it. Keep yourself free from it. He said, if any of you such an degree on earth, asking anything, God says shall be done. Now listen at this very closely. We don't pray a prayer of just saying some words to God. Oh, pray for me that when I go to the store and get the lottery ticket that I'll win. We don't pray those kind of prayers. Oh, pray for me because I see this man and I know he's married, but I'm praying God to do something to the wife. Oh, pray for me. There's this moment I like, but her husband is yet living. Hope, pray you get in an accident or get sick of some kind of disease. Pray for me that our team will win. Pray for me that I want to go up the corporate ladder. And we could go on and see you're praying amiss. When you do pray, you're praying to ask God for healing, for deliverance, for being set free. Pray that God will save your soul. Pray that God will keep your soul. Pray that God will not deny you, but he'll fully come to you and rescue you. God is the best Coast Guard. God is the best Navy SEAL that ever was. God is the best submarine. See, the submarine can only go so far down in the ocean. But God can go all the way down. Go all the way down through the sand to the uttermost part of this earth. That no man, woman, boy, girl never went. We touch and agree. And we ask you what you want us to pray for. And we come together. And when God answers, we tell him thank you. Why? Well, the problem has been solved. Oh, yes. When you say something to God, you tell him thank you. Because sometimes it may take God longer. And some things he do just right then. However it may be, you tell him thank you. Because he knows how well you can take it. For where two or three are gathered together in my name, there am I in the midst of them. When we come and pray, Jesus is already here. You sing a song, Jesus, he's already here. Can't you feel his presence? He's already here. All you have to do is open up your heart. Jesus is already here. He's waiting on you. Because he knows just what to do. Don't hesitate. Don't wait. There's always answers to every problem, to every solution. There's many tests, but he'll bring you out every test. So I'm praying that these words of wisdom, knowledge and understanding that God have given unto me to give to you, that you put them to good use. And don't you know that when you are listening, the word of God gets to you and it speaks to you. If you start having a feeling, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, if you start having a feeling of a touch that you never felt before, you tell Jesus, thank you. If you start dreaming about church, or you might have said, oh, I saw Jesus, or I saw a hand was reaching out to me, you tell him, thank you. You know why? Your heart is being pricked. Your heart is getting soft. Your heart It's not being in it. It has so many things in it that it takes Jesus so long to get down to your heart. Your mind is not crowded with things like it once have been. When you realize it, you say, I ain't never felt this before. I'm here to tell you there is more feelings, there is more touches, there is more hearing, there is more seeing, there is more that God have to speak out to you to let you know, I was here all the time, but you had so many things that was wrong with you that you could not accept me. So I sent Apostle Billy Buckner through the airways to talk to you, to let you know I'm here. Now he got me on this platform and I'm giving you the word. Don't you lose it. Don't you let nobody take it away. Don't you let the devil or demons tell you this is not right. Don't believe it. Don't trust it. And that's the very time you ought to say, I trust you, God. I believe you, God. I depend on you, God. I will not take nothing or add anything to it or take anything away from what you say. The Lord is waiting on you. So give him your time. Or there is time to be spent. Grace and mercy is yet here. And it's going to be here until you die, or until others die, or until Jesus come back. Grace and mercy is yet here. So until then, hold on. Don't give up, because your help is already here. So I'm asking you to like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend, tell a family member to find out some news that you can use. And this news is always good reports. So until next time, this is Apostle Billy Buckner signing off. Saying to you, be encouraged, be safe, and keep looking up. And like I always say, thank God for life.